Okay, we're going live here. Silver Fox Spiritual. We are doing live what we call card pulls and frequency keys. And for those of you who are wondering what does that actually mean, this is light language plus a little bit of card readings. We'll do the keys, frequency keys, light language. We'll start doing that once I have some people who would like it. You can request that into the comments if you're looking for something specific. But let's just set up our container so that everybody, kind of knows where we're at with this, right? And welcome to the space. This is not a space for urgency, for demands or looping questions. Any questions that are kind of being looped over and over again, asked out of desperation, they won't be responded to. This is a field of calm resonance, truth, and conscious choice. If you're here to truly witness yourself, to activate your own healing and walk deeper into your own path, and welcome. If you're only here to grab answers without presence, this is not the space for you. Only aligned, patient, and willing energy is permitted, and only those ready for a deeper, paid co-creative healing experience will be invited further. All others may move on in peace. The space is clean. I broadcast from presence, not performance. Only those meant to hear me can. My field is not open for feeding, scanning, or mimicry. No desperation enters, no confusion sticks. I speak, and what needs to land does. All else slides off unreceived. And so this is just the container that we set up, and we do that setup a little bit before anybody comes on. And why do we do this container? That's just to make sure that the energies that come in are the ones that are ready to come in at this point. So welcome to the live. Probably going to be a little bit slow as people are starting to figure out that I had to move off of TikTok into YouTube. So for those of you who are on this live, all I ask is that you go ahead and put your questions into the comments. And as you put your question in the comment, I'll pull some cards. I know there's a tiny bit of a lag, so just allow me time to actually read your comment. So you don't have to put it in 2-3 times. You can put it in any time you want. And so with that, let's begin. Let's really get into what's going on here, right? Let's see who has a question or somebody wants a light language activation. You're welcome to put, whatever you want inside of the chat. Don't be shy. And while I'm waiting for people to jump on, I'll just go over some other things that I have. I just ask that you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing to the channel if you have gotten a reading here. And at the same time, during the lives, I do run a really clean and strict boundary around looping energy. When somebody asks the same question over and over again in a loop and doesn't allow for that answer to come through, it tells me they're not present and I don't read from that space. Not everybody gets a free reading, but because I'm not a vending machine. However, it's we're on YouTube. It's probably going to be a little bit slower than TikTok, so most people will get a free reading. If you're looking for something deeper, I also do paid sessions. Happy to send you the options. And how are you, Kamala? Would you like to, Kamal? Would you like to go ahead and get a card for yourself today? And hello, Full Circle Healing. How are you today? I know there's a little bit of a delay here, so that's okay. Just let me know. I've been having some problems with TikTok. They shadow banned me for 7 days for some reason or another that they'd never tell me. So I'm doing some lives here on YouTube. Probably do a lot more. So let's see what we have for you, Kamal. Let's get you a card in Full Circle Healing if you'd like a card too. And let's see what we have. Spirit, what do we have for Kamal? Okay, card you got is Live Your Dream. Never give up on your dreams. And Kamal, I know you've got some really big dreams. So Spirit is saying that those dreams are ready to come true. You just have to, reach into it and dig into it. They are there. They're waiting for you. They are going to happen. So just keep at it. Just keep at it. You're doing good. I hope that helps you, Kamal. And so how are you for full circle healing? Let's give you uh, a card, and then, if there's a specific activation, just let me know. Yeah, Kamal, sometimes you just have to be patient. I'm still waiting too. It is what it is. So for you, full circle healing, the thing that you need is clearing your energy a little bit. Spirit saying it's time for a little bit of rest, relaxation, some meditation, and you probably could go for a energy clearing. Get rid of stuck energy. I know on this channel, Silver Fox Spiritual, there are some really good energy clearing, release stuck energy, grounding stuff. We'll see if we get a lot of people on here. If you want to hang out for a little bit, maybe I'll give you just a light energy clearing and grounding activation as well. And thank you for stopping on by Full Circle Healing. So let's see if we get any more people on here. Like I said, TikTok, I have a love-hate relationship with. They have an amazing live section where I get a lot of browsers, so I get a lot of new people. However, there's no transparency whatsoever, in any of their moderation. So, come on, let's take a look at what's going on, what's blocking that uh, for you. We're a little slow here today, so I'm happy to do a couple cards for you. You've been a long time client. So, Spirit is saying that the problem why you're not getting the one that you're not what you're getting is it's the lone wolf energy. And what is the lone wolf energy? Are you really a loner, or are you afraid of loving somebody who could hurt you? And Spirit's saying that, for this, what you need to do is you gotta find out why it is that you're afraid of being hurt, and then you got to heal that. And that's why that person, isn't coming in at this moment, because you still got to heal that section. Because what happens is, and I say this a lot on my lives on TikTok, that soulmates come in a lot, right? There's not just one, there's a whole bunch. And when they come in, if we're not in the right energy, what we do is we push them away. And then we wonder, why don't we find the love that we want? And it's really more about, why are we not in that place of uh, healing whatever it is that's pushing them away? Because the energy is what does it. I mean, you could find the best person, most aligned person for you, but if you're not ready for it, what do? You push it away. And so you just gotta work on self more, and work on why it is. I still feel you need a little bit more on the heart healing. You got to figure out why it is that you're afraid of love, and then you have to heal that. And so I hope that helps you. So for everybody that is new here, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you're putting your questions into the comments. I'm going to give, yeah, your heart chakra does need to be healed, but you really got to you got to dig deep into and ask yourself, because you're very intuitive, Kamal. Ask yourself, what is it that is blocking that heart opening? Why are you blocking yourself in love? And guess what? You're going to get that answer from yourself, because I know you have that capability to go with and get your answer from your own heart chakra to do that. And for those of you who are just joining, please do put your questions into the comments. I'm picking up questions from anybody here. Questions, comments, requests for activations. Usually do these lives on TikTok. However, TikTok has been throttling me back, because I'm just getting too many people. And every once in a while, when you tell somebody they need some healing and they don't like it, they'll hit the report button because they don't like what they heard. And so then TikTok suspends me for God knows how long. And I don't really have any recourse, because there's no live person that actually answers any of their tickets. And it's a shame, but you know what? YouTube is a little bit better. They actually had some live people, and they actually respond. So here I am going over here. And for those of you who are looking to win a free reading or a free full healing, I do have a raffle going on right now. You just have to go to my Facebook page. So if you go to the posts that I put out here on this page, you'll see a link, and it'll tell you how to get to the Facebook group. And once you get to my Facebook post, it's from my business page, not my personal healing group. That's a private group. But if you go to that business page, you'll see a post and it says, put your name here with a little heart and why. And if you enter it in there and you're the first 100 or so people that go in there, then I am going to raffle off of that first 100 or so a free healing and a free reading. One of the two, you get your choice. And that's a $60 value. So if you're interested, you got an amazing odds, 1 in 100 chance, and that's pretty damn good. So do visit that page. And so with that, full circle, if you're still here, I'll give you that energy clearing if you want, because I'm just waiting on some people. It's kind of hard moving people from TikTok over to YouTube. Everybody seems to have their own little boundaries around which ones that they love and which ones that they hate. And, so getting them to move out of their comfort zone, sometimes a little tougher. But let's see what we've got here. So full circle, if you're still here, let me know. I'll give you that little energy clearing while we're waiting for some people to come through. If there are any, like I said, I'll probably be on live for about like a half hour. So, all right. So this is for you too, Kamal, if you want it. So what I want you to do, full circle, is I want you to set your intention. And when we set our intentions, the things that we ask for is, number one, that is never any harm to anybody. Second intention is that you receive it for your highest and best good. And the third intention is that you allow the frequency of love to come in, as well as your highest self to come in to help you deliver the codes, because I truly am not delivering any codes. What I am doing is I am just helping you to bring in your own code. So I'm just helping yourself, your inner self, your highest self, to come through and allow for that to happen. So we're going to set that intention to receive, and what we're going to receive is an energy clearing and full grounding through your chakra system, so that your chakra system is releasing all the loose debris. If you want to visualize this, you'll visualize it as a big giant laser beam coming in through your crown chakra and through your nose and flushing all the way down through every one of your chakras. And every time it hits a blockage, it's just going to kind of vaporize it into a little bit of, it's just going to kind of dissolve. And then that energy is going to flow all the way down through every chakra until all those blocks are dissolved. And then what you're going to do is you're going to imagine some roots running from your feet into Mother Earth all the way down to the core, but gently moving those roots down to move that energy down to Mother Earth. And so with that, let's set our intentions. Let's take a few deep breaths. And zona na ni jinin pa ayaw shinini na ni junu pa na ayaw sha ni baba usha ni jiji pa ana ishi shi pa na ni wisho papa isha na wish no papa ayaw shi pa na ni wishe shi papa ni je ne e pa wush na no de papa ni je ni wishe na wisha wo pa ishe shi na no pa ya wish ni je pa ni jiji papa shana na de shi papa papa usha nano we shi papa papa ush nene de papa ne ushu papa ush Shana no rishi pa usha ne papa ush shi papa ush na haya papa shit ne papa ush na ne ishi pa ush no bush na papa shit na hane ni papa na usha papa ush shene papa shana na ya papa ush ne pa. All right, you can take a deep breath, wiggle your toes a little bit, full circle healing. Kamal, how you feeling after that? And let me know if you felt. I felt a few releases coming through, so one of you two has been releasing a little bit here. So let me know how that works out. And in the meantime, let's see what else we can do here. We'll maybe pull Kamal. I'm going to pull you, see what's going on with you in love at this moment. While we're here. So let's see what we have for you, Kamal. Let's see what's going on within the space of love. Spirit, what do we got for Kamal for space of love? Ooh, that one fell right off the chair. Oh, so Spirit really threw this one out. So somebody was very dishonest in a relationship, and that's where the relationship went south. So you got to make sure that you are being true to yourself, and make sure you're using your own discernment within love at this moment. And greetings, Sonia Galactic. Nice to see you. If you have a question or an activation you'd like, just pop it into the chat window. And thank you for coming on board. But Kamal, make sure you check your discernment on this, because there's some dishonest energy around you at this moment. And for those of you, while we're waiting, I'm just going to show you a couple pictures here while I'm waiting to see if anybody had any comments, questions, or cards they'd like. So I don't know if anybody's seen my new T-shirts that I came out with, and these are Foxfire energy shirts, and it's an energy apparel, right? It's 100% cotton. And why are they something that I'm pushing out there? This is something that I've been working on for a while. Is how do you kind of heal without healing? And how do you do this with somebody's own energy, not your own? Because a lot of these energy wares that you see out there, ones where people have encoded energy, they encode their own energy. And what I don't like to do is, because that creates entanglements, and it creates subconscious, superconscious, unconscious contracts. We don't want those contracts created. So what this shirt does is it has glyphs on it that allow imprinting, but the imprinting is going to be on your own energy, not my energy. And so you do is it's $29.95 plus shipping and handling. And you get a video, and it's a QR code that gets you to the video. The video is going to take you step by step through how to imprint your own energy onto the shirt, along with a positive intention. It will not take any negative intentions. And then it'll imprint it onto your shirt. It's like an amplification of your own auric energy. And so it's going to go ahead and amplify that. So as you heal, and the more you heal, the more your energy is amplified to imprint on the shirt for whatever that intention is. Some people use it for like protection. Some people will use it to, help them with addiction, whatever that is. You can do a zillion types of intentions on there. As long as they're positive, it will imprint on the shirt. And I charge less for the shirt than I do for a light language healing. And it comes with that. It's an amazing shirt. I'm putting it at an inexpensive price to allow people to get as many as they want to be able to afford this. And again, it's $29.95 plus shipping and handling. In the U.S., it's going to be around $15 to ship. I'm working on a little bit better pricing, but for right now, that's what I have. I have these shirts in black right now, but any other color is possible. You just have to send me an email at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com if indeed you want one in a different color, and I'll get you the pricing on it. And so with that, and thank you, Sonia. They are available in shipping if you're interested. Did you want to get a card, Sonia? Just let me know. Put what you're looking to find out about, or whether there's an activation that you're looking for. I'm doing some mini activations today, and because this is more of a healing channel than my reading channel, but I'm doing both. TikTok kind of was a little cranky with me, and so they took off my live ability for a little bit for 7 days. So while I'm there, I'm just moving over to YouTube. No biggie. We just pivot when the darkness comes through. So let's see what we have for you, Sonia Galactic. And for anybody else, if you're looking for a reading, just please put it into the comment window, and let me know. And I'm glad, full circle healing, that energy is moving in your head and shoulders. Yeah, it's going to move around for a while. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water today. And so with that, let's see what we have for you, Sonia Galactic. For you, Spirit is saying declutter and follow your dreams, live your dreams. And for you, that decluttering means let go of stuff that you've been holding on to forever. You got a lot of stuck energy as well. You missed my release stuck energy clearing I just did a few minutes ago. Would have helped you a lot, but I have a lot of that on my on the channel itself. So just go to the free energy channel, the release stuck energy, and also grounding. When we see the declutter, why do we see the declutter? It's because there's stuff in your external space that is stuck, because internally, once you start having a lot of stuck energy, you'll start manifesting it um, into your physical space. And so you need to kind of declutter that, as well as declutter your internal space. And once you do, spirit wants you to go in and connect to yourself and really look at a dream that you had when you were younger, where you felt that that dream was never going to happen, because that dream is possible. You just have to connect to self and believe it. And so I hope that makes sense for you. And we'll see. And you're embarking on an RV adventure soon. Wow, where are you going? Let us know. That sounds exciting. As long as you're not there with a bunch of kids screaming and shouting, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" That's always been it's like that family vacation nightmare when you're driving, especially like in the long areas like Death Valley and stuff, where it's super hot, and everybody wants to know, are we at the destination? Did we make it to Wally World yet? And then Wally World's closed, right? So let's hope that you have a fun one. And where are you going? You want to tell us where that is? And welcome to anybody else who has joined. I know I'm not expecting a huge amount of people today, because I'm just starting these back up on YouTube, because I used to use TikTok a lot, and I still would prefer to use TikTok. The downside is that they get really cranky sometimes, because I I spout stuff I'm not supposed to be spouting in social media, which is to heal yourself and connect to yourself. So every once in a while I get throttled down, and when I do, I just move over to the other social medias. Oh, very nice, very nice. And yeah, RVs are exciting. My friend just bought one. I told him he needed to, and he just bought one. So we're waiting for him to bring it back to his beach property, so we can all hang out there and have a party down here at the Jersey Shore. And for all you guys here, one of the things about my channel, right, is that I'm going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not, and sometimes that doesn't always work. Oh, you're doing some tattoo work along the way. Nice, nice, very nice. What's your favorite tattoo? And so, for anybody new who is coming on here, why don't you go ahead and put your questions into the comment window? We're going to do some cards and some activations, right? This space, basically transmits signal, not stories. Card pulls are sovereign reflections, not imitations. Frequency keys, which is light language, land only where they're meant. Gifts are welcome, but never required and never entangled. I witness, I unlock, I move. Nothing that doesn't choose to shift, right? And that's the key, right? What I always say, and I say this a lot, it's healing is a choice. And most people, would choose to just get a card and be surface about it. And this is why you see my channels are a little bit different than most of what you're going to see, because I'm going to go down and dig in the deep. And when you heal, you're going to have to face a lot of things you don't want to face. And that's why most of us haven't healed. Most of us will sit there and say, hey, it's a portal time. I'm going to be healed. There's a solar flare coming. I'm going to be healed. And honestly, it's not what happens. I mean, from a surface space, why do portals work, right? Why do these dates work? And the dates have been messed around with since the beginning of time. And so those dates have no real significance, other than that the collective decides that they want to choose that date as a significant date. And then that collective manifestation creates the energy available to do some miraculous things. However, you have to choose to take care of that. Um, uh, you have to choose to actually take advantage of that energy, right? And so if you're just sitting there, you're just watching, and you're not really working on self, trying to connect to self, then what happens is you're going by, the energy's there, but you're not plugged in, so you're not taking advantage of it because you're not choosing. And we're in a realm of choice. And how do we get out of this realm? How do we stop going through the reincarnation cycle? There's only one way, and that's actually to connect to self and start healing. Stay away from externals, stay away from angels, stay away from uh, guides. They're all distractions. They're all built on a framework and through polarity to actually keep you from actually getting out of here because they love their job. They want to sit here and keep you stuck inside of this loop over and over again. There's no lessons to be learned anymore. Those lessons have been learned billions and billions of years ago. You've done everything you could ever imagine, but we keep on getting brainwashed because we get our memory wiped and, oh, you forgot to do this, you forgot to do this. And it keeps us stuck in this loop because the people that are in the hierarchy are trying to keep control over it. And so how do you exit? By healing and by choosing self. And most people don't want to do that. And it's not a popular opinion, but that's unfortunately the way the universe works. And your best is always to connect to self. And that's why you've seen as my channel has moved on, that's where I've moved into more of connecting to self, more of using self's own energy to do the healing, because healing and everything else is really about self. Self does all the healing. It's all done through you, through your own energy and the frequency of love. It's not done through anybody external. And so that's where it goes, and that's cool. You know, I'd love to see a picture of what you're creating, Sonia. I don't know if you're allowed to put pictures up here, but if not, send me a picture at Silver Fox Spiritual. I'd really love to see all the different things that people are doing to try to help themselves and to help other people. And that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And so for those of you who are just joining, I'll just go over basically the default rules that I generally run here during lives. I run a clean boundary around looping energy. When somebody asks a question over and over again, tells me they're not present. And hey, Lena, how are you doing today? Would you like a card? And with that, all I ask is that people just ask their question only once, and I'll try to get to them. Here, we have a small set of people here today because I'm just starting to move back over to YouTube again for lives because TikTok just gives me thousands of people that are just browsing it, which I just don't get on YouTube. I wish they did because I prefer YouTube over TikTok energy-wise any day of the week. And so, Lena, let's get you a card. Let's see what we have for you today. And for you, Lena, Spirit's saying sleep and rest. Let your body have the peace it deserves without feeling guilty. So let me know if that resonates with you, but that's what you're being asked to by yourself at this point. It's to give yourself that space and don't feel guilty about healing and going within and connecting to self and healing and resting because that's what's there. And happy to see you coming out to support. I appreciate that. And so with that, let's see if we have anybody else who is asking any questions or maybe wants a light language activation. Just pop it into the chat window. I'll be here probably for another hour. And so, Kamal, what do you want guidance on? You've been one of my oldest clients, so I'm happy to give you a card. What would you like? Just pop it in the window here, and we'll go from there. And so welcome to everybody else who is showing up here today. I appreciate everybody who has jumped on. While we're waiting for some questions, I'll put my little t-shirts back up on the screen here for a little bit. I'll be unapologetic about some commercials. And these t-shirts are a new project that I've been working on, which allows me to imprint your energy onto the shirt for some healing, for positive intentions. It works as an amplifier of your own personal energy, not my energy. And, they are $29.95 plus shipping and handling. And so, Kamal, let me get you a card on that. I'm just going to leave those t-shirts up while we do it. I'm going to pull my chakra cards here. I mean, for just off of intuitively, you definitely need to work on your heart. I mean, that's been your toughest since I've known you. That's really been where your toughest challenges. You've got a lot of walls and a lot of things around your heart, and you've had a lot of disappointments, and that's what happens. But you just got to peel them away piece by piece by connecting inwards and healing your heart. Spirit, what is it that Kamal needs in this now moment? I got one more card. I feel you need a couple here, so let's see what's going on. All right. So yeah, and and these are what I would expect from you, Kamal, because I know who you are. You are a workaholic. You're always on your project. You're always working on something. And Spirit's saying for you, throat chakra, right? This is a blue. This is throat chakra, but it's also, if you see all the purple inside of this as well, uh, you got a lot of creativity here, but you got to clear out that throat chakra first. Allow that creativity to come. And then you have creation. And what is creation? Really, creation is love. Love is where everything is created from. And this, again, is your heart chakra that you need, as well as a crown chakra. So for you, I would work on, you got a lot of chakras here. I would do a full chakra healing, but your big one is really in your creation, right? In your creation, that creative part is sacral. However, the creation itself comes in from the frequency of love, which comes in through your crown chakra. And so for you, you really got to get back into that creation, but remove the blocks around it that are distorting the creation that you really want to bring in. And why is it kind of depleted is because you're so busy working that you're not allowing that to kind of recharge. So for you, what I'm feeling is heart. Let's break that open a little bit. Let's allow that love to come flowing in. Let's work a little bit on throat chakra blockages and a lot on allowing yourself enough rest to allow that creative energy to come in. I hope that helps you. And that should, I would do more than a couple days on that. I would work on that for probably about a month. I think that you really need to just start clearing these areas daily until it starts flushing itself out. It's not a one and done. And Lena, yeah, I can help you with opening up your heart chakra. Did you want me to do a heart chakra healing for you? I'd be happy to. And so this is for anybody who wants it. What we're going to do is we're going to set an intention, and the intention is going to be to open up our heart chakra a little bit more. The We're going to only bring in frequency of love. We're only going to bring in our own energy. And good to see you, Brian. Your shirt should have arrived either yesterday, today. Let me know if you got it yet, because I had it just drop shipped straight to you. And so with that, yeah, heart, throat, and crown. Those are where you really need to do Kamal. So for the heart, yeah, I would sacral, yeah, but I think really it's just your heart, throat, and crown are your big ones. So for Lena, um, let's go to do a heart opening here. And for anybody else who wants that heart opening too, we're going to do is we're just going to start moving away some blocks from your heart chakra. And how do we do that? What we're going to do is we're going to bring in that frequency of love. And it's going to come in through your crown. And you're going to have to set the intention to receive this healing, but also set the intention to receive the frequency of love and the connection to self that's going to bring in that frequency of love. And once you do that, what's going to happen is that that frequency of love is going to come into your heart, and wherever you have a block, and most of you have like cages and boxes around your heart, walls, what's going to do is those walls are going to kind of explode outwards bit by bit. And then we're going to take that energy that's exploded outwards and we're just going to push it down to the ground through roots on your feet. So just set the intention to receive, and we'll go from there. Everybody just set the intention to receive the frequency of love, the healing from your own self and your own energy, and also no harm to anybody while we're doing this. Jana unini jeje pa wani june ba ni shana na ba ushni shni pa shana no ushi pa ushna ni ju pa je pa shni sha pa shene ni de pa ush na aya pa ushi shani ni pa shani nu sha pa ushni pa shana na aya pa shene ni jishi pa ushne ne pa ya ushi ne ai pa usha ba ni je ni pa shene ne de pa ya yu shene de pa ush na pa shene je she shana na ru je she pa shish ba na ai uf shana na pa ai ush ne de pa ush ba ni uf shana na pa uf shi ja na ne de pa ya ishe Not, oh, pop, 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 where. All right. Let me know how all you guys felt after that. That was a deep heart clearing. A lot of things broken up there for anybody who has received that. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water, and also don't listen to another light language healing for at least a day to allow this to process, because this one's going to be deep, deep. It's okay if you listen to the ones that I'm doing right now here, but anything else on there, Kamal, just send me a note. I'll give you a small discount on a reading. You've been one of my longest running clients. I'm okay with that. Just shoot me a note at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. Uh, and for those of you who have joined, welcome. I am doing some activations, I'm doing some readings. And Lena, let's see where we are with the job market here. Whether you're going to, I'll see if I can do timing on that. And just remember with timing is very fluid. It doesn't always happen exactly when the cards say, because the cards are only reading the timeline in this now moment. And when the what do you call it, the when you make different choices, because it's all about choices, right? And as you make different choices, those timelines can change. And so let's see where we are with timeline on the getting a job in another country. Now you gotta, like, you have to believe that you're going to get that job in another country in order to get it, and you also have to work on those parts of self that don't want to, because they want to stay in trauma, and that's the hardest. And so Spirit's saying time of the full moon, so we probably a couple of weeks. There's going to be some timing that's going to look positive for a new job for you outside of the country, Lena. So let's just feel into that, start believing it, start working on those parts of self that don't want you to be in that space, and kind of heal them or push them away, however you can do it. But start setting that intention now that you are ready to get that job in that new space, and then ask yourself, why am I preventing it? And then see what yourself says. And how are you doing, Tamara? Would you like a card? And so Sonia, if you're asking about guidance on what, when is love going to come into your life, let's see why it's being blocked, right? And because, so if you haven't followed my channel, at least from the card reading side, we don't really go into timing on love. Why? Because as I was saying earlier, generally you get a lot of soulmates that come in. However, most of us push them away because we're not in a place to actually receive them right. And so let's see what it is that is. And Tamara, we'll get to you next, okay? And so, what is there in the way of what are you doing inside of yourself that's blocking the love, right? And so for you, your main energy that's pushing that away, that needs the help at this now moment. And I'm just going to get these T-shirts off of the screen, and we'll talk about the T-shirts in another moment or so. But we'll just take them off so people can see the cards. And so if you look at the card, it says no good ones, right? And why are there no good ones, right? There is someone out for you, but the problem is that you've created this loop around yourself, and this is what I call the hamster wheel of karma. And so when you're circling this out, you're saying, I can't meet a good one, because what you're doing is you're purposely picking ones that are no good for you, which then allows you to complete this loop and keep on going. And so what you need to do is go in and heal and find out why it is that you have either a list or something that is shutting people out. A lot of times, the ones that are saying no good ones are the ones that are putting people in friend zones, right? Because they're the right ones come in, but they're like, oh, they're not exciting. Why? Because they don't have that adrenaline rush of the trauma bond. And you're really addicted to the trauma bond, that adrenaline rush, not truly love. And so you push aside the ones that have been there for you the entire time, because you don't see them for who they are. And so you need to heal that, and that's healing your own self, and it's healing your love for yourself. And as you start to find love for yourself, then you're going to start to recognize these people in the right energy, because you're not going to be chasing what's not available. So I hope that helps you. And good morning, Divine Timing. And so let's see what's in your energy for work and money. Um, I'm just going to do the money card for you, Tamara, AK. So, pop on here for a second and and the money cards sometimes are going to give us a lot about work and sometimes they're not. What they're generally going to tell you is what's aligned for you in this now moment. And it may not always be what you think it is, but feel into it. They're an interesting deck. I never feel I get 100% out of it, but let's see what we get here. So for you, your energy is around designing things, right? This is where your success lies as a designer, as a builder. And designer doesn't mean that you have to, be designing clothing or designing buildings. It just means creating. And for you, it's about creating. And however you create that makes you happy and passionate, that's where your money is going to come from. I hope that helps you, Tamara, because that's what Spirit's given me at this point. And Divine timing, did you have a question or want an activation and go from there? And Brian, did you want a card too? Let me get you a card while I'm waiting for divine timing. Brian, another one of my longtime clients here. And so, Brian, it's time for some more shadow work. I know you've been working on yourself a lot this last year or two, but Spirit's saying it's really time to to go in and dig deep, 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 and work on those things that you've really been pushing down. So I hope you take some time for yourself, start meditating and getting in that shadow work. Your light language presented, so you can start healing yourself through intention, through the shadow work. So I hope that helps you. And yeah, divine timing, we can get you a reading. Let's see what we have here. Spirit, clear the deck. And you're welcome, Tamara AK. And and for you, Sonia, while I'm pulling a card for the divine timing, the key with all love, right? It's always about working on finding the love for ourselves. A lot of us, what we do is we distract ourselves, right? We come up with every story why we're not lovable, and we have to solve that first. And because otherwise, what we do is I always goof on this in my readings over on TikTok's probably why I got shadow banned because I tell people this, right? You're purposely picking who you're not meant to be with because you don't actually want to be in that relationship. You don't want to be vulnerable. You don't want to do the things that are required to have a proper relationship. And so you get into that trauma bond that just keeps on manipulating you over and over again. And it happens thousands of lifetimes in a row until you and yeah, I can help you in activating your light language, Tamara. Hang on, we'll do it for everybody here. You have to want to activate it. There's a lot of things behind it, but we can kind of give you a little jump start for anybody who wants it. And so just let me finish that. So effectively, what happens is that we are always in that space of manifesting. Something that's going to keep us stuck because a lot of parts of ourselves want us stuck and don't want us out of this simulation, out of this 3D world here, and because they're addicted to the experience, good or bad, doesn't matter. And so, if you really want that true love, the one that's going to stay, the one that's going to be a real heartfelt one, not in your belly. If you feel it in your belly, that's trauma, that's fear, that's anxiety, that's not heart. Heart is the whole body. But you have to choose. You have to choose to get off that wheel, and that's hard because most people don't want to actually feel. They don't want to actually heal. They just want to keep on telling themselves a story that's not true. And so I hope that helps you because everybody does deserve love. And divine timing, let's see what we have for you. For you, divine timing, it's time for you to go in and meditate, right? And when we say meditate, we meditate to connect inwards into ourselves, not to anything external of ourselves. So get away from guides, get away from entities, get away from anything external outside yourself, because everything else outside yourself is a huge distraction and you don't want to be in that place. Self is going to give you all the information you need. It's going to give you all the healing that you need, but you have to get back in and trust self. And that takes time and meditation, and it could take years. For you to actually get to that point where self is truly there for you. But you have to take that time to do it because yourself is there for you. You just aren't quiet enough to hear it. And so that will help you there. And so for the rest of you, if anybody does want a little activation, this is going to start bringing in the codes for the light language, and what it is, it's a remembrance. It's not so much that it's nothing you can learn. It's you all know light language. You all have it internal to yourself. You just have to remember it. And what is it? It's a language that you spoke at a much higher frequency, and because when you speak it at a much higher frequency in this really dense realm, it has immense power of creation and healing. And so with that. All we're going to do is try to set the intention to remember the parts of ourselves uh, that are ready to speak that light language. And it may present in ways that you're not expecting. Some people will expect it to present, in speaking, but some people dance it. Some people use their arms. Some people write it. It's going to present in the way that's most comfortable for you in this now moment. And yeah, sitting with everybody's self is the hardest thing, divine timing, because we find every distraction not to sit with ourselves. And why do we do that? Because truly there's many parts of us that don't want ourselves to heal, and you have to have persistence, huge amount of persistence. For people who've known me for years, they know I've got probably the most persistent thing out there because I've had so many blocks in myself to doing that. And you know what? You just got to keep pushing past it. And that's just showing up every day, even if self doesn't come and connect with you. Sit there every day and be there, because that consistency over time is going to pay off. So for those of you who do want to activate your light language, what we're going to do is we're going to set an intention, right? And it's an intention to receive. If you don't want to activate it, if you're not ready for it, just set the intention. I don't want to receive it. It's all that's required. You don't have to say it out loud. You don't have to type it. You just have to set the intention. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to set the intention to activate that remembrance of the language that will help us the most in this now moment, to open up, to connect to self, and to help ourselves heal, that will give us the best benefit. We're not going to bring in dark language. We're not going to bring in anything but light language in order to help us heal. You need to be open for it. You need to allow your heart to open for it. It's going to take time. Some people manifest instantly because they're ready for it in this now moment. Some people, this is going to take time. You can re-listen to this. I have a few other activations for this on my site as well, or you can, book a private session. And for those of you who are interested in booking private sessions, if you look up on the screen, silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com, just send me a note. Anybody who wants to do a donation, I've got my Venmo and PayPal up there. Those are welcome as well, not required. But let's go on and let's set that intention to get that remembrance of the light language. The light language that will be downloaded will be one of positive intention. We're asking our higher self to come in, the frequency of love to come in, and to help open up that channel, open up that frequency, so that our light language will begin. And so within that space, let's set that intention. Jana ne de ba ni juni ne de na apa ne era ele bush na no ba ush ne papa pa shini we pa sha ne papa ush no shi papa jawa na ush shi papa ush no pa ya pa ush ne de papa she ne ush ba na ya papa ush ne de bush ne ush ne papa ush shi ne pa ba ne jini pa jiju na aya papa ush ne aha ne je nu papa ne ji ne ba ne usha pa u Shane ni pa uj da pa shin uj pa na ne uj pa ush na da pa ush ne a ush ni uj pa na ya pa ush ne de jin pa ush ne ya ush ne pa ne no uj ush na a pa shin uj pa ni ush chin na da uj shi pa wo puf shin ne ni pa uj shana ne a pa uj ne de pa sha na ush shi papa na ije shi papa ni je ne pa ushnu papa ni je ne je papa wo pa ije buj na je ne pa na u sha ni nu je shi papa usha na ne je ushnu pa ne ni je na ju papa ushnu pa usha. All right, so that's going to be a little tweak that's going to help bring that spark of the light language through to you. Let me know how you've received it within the comments. That's going to percolate over time. Some people will just spontaneously do it. The best way to do it is just allow yourself, just babble a little bit here and there, move your hand a little bit, dance a little bit. However it's going to present, it's going to present. You might want to try automatic um, writing and stuff like that. And Lena, the most specific techniques to heal trauma is really to go within and connect to self and start setting an intention. A lot of times I'll start with affirmations on things that pop into my head that say, hey, I need to work on this, and I'll have a memory of something that was traumatic. And then I start setting intentions to release that, to allow for that frequency of love to come in, and just keep on working on it from that spot. Everybody has their way to do it right away. Yeah, and so full circle, for you, yeah, it seems like dance is where it's going to come in, right? And it's going to come in on everybody in a different way, and you just allow it, right? The idea is never to force it, because the more we force, what we do is we push it away. We have to allow things to flow, and it's really hard for us here in this realm because everything is time centric, right? We've got Amazon instant delivery, we've got Netflix. I can watch anything on a dime. No more waiting for the Brady Bunch, right? Remember, we used to have to wait like 6 months for the next episode to come through. You know, most of you aren't that old to remember that stuff, but these are the kind of things that keep us from actually receiving what we're meant to receive, because we're so impatient, and that impatience creates frustration, and that frustration then pushes everything away. And trust me, I get it just as much as everybody else does. So let's see if we have anybody else that is interested in a card. Please pop your name into the comments. The cards are free today. You're welcome to donate, but it's not required. Same thing with the activations. I haven't been on my YouTube channel as much as I would prefer. I've been doing about one activation, usually one per week, and that's just because I've been inside of my own healing for a long time now. This last year, I've been in a really deep healing mode, and so when I get there, I don't really have as much energy as I could to produce as much as I have over the last few years. But I probably have one of the largest libraries of light language. And you know, for anybody who is looking for their own personal experience, I do offer personal sessions for the light language. My personal sessions started at $25, and they work all the way up to $150. For the $150 session, that's a one-on-one Zoom session for 30 minutes of full light language. That takes a huge amount of energy, so it's not cheap. It's 150, still way less than anybody else I know that does it at that space. However, I'd want you to do a full healing, which is the $60 one first, which is one I do through email, and for that. And so, Tamara, for traveling, let's see what the energies are saying for you in this now moment. And for you, Spirit is saying it doesn't really look that good on traveling right now. I see despondence here, and despondence is usually not a good place to be. So you got to change your energy around travel. Right now, that's what's holding you back in that space. So I hope that helps you. And for everybody else here, do we have any new people that are interested in getting a reading? I think I've given everybody that's on here a card or an activation. So I've been on a little over, just a little under an hour right now. Usually I stay on for about an hour. Let's see if anybody new here has a question. If not, what you're going to probably see me doing is I'm going to probably come live at least twice a day here on YouTube until my TikTok shadow ban goes off. And, you know, so be very appreciative if everybody likes, follows, shares, and subscribes. If anybody's interested in winning a free full light language healing, which is the $60 one, or a full reading, I also have a Facebook group. Right, and I put this post in here. I'll put it into the pinned comments. I just got to find where I have my list of my Facebook group here. So just bear with me for a second while I find it. So I'm going to post it in the comments. So if anybody goes on my Facebook group, it's the page, not the private group. It's a business page. So if you go to this page here, look for a post. First thing I need you to do is follow that page. and then look for a post, and the post says, enter to win a free light language healing or read it full reading. Just post a heart with a reason why you should win it. And when I get to 100, because I need 100 to go live on Facebook, I'm just branching out because YouTube's been my first love. They've always stayed with me through the 4 or 5 years that I've been there, and from that point on, I moved to TikTok because it just has a huge amount of people that come through to help me with getting clients for readings and stuff like that. But my readings are all about healing. They're not really about telling you stories, and that's what you usually see here. I tell you what's in your energy at this moment, and then we go from there to try to heal, not try to, just find out about your person, right? And so I'm moving over to Facebook again. I haven't done them in a while, but I need 100 people to go live on Facebook, so it's a win-win for both of us. You go to my Facebook page, you just follow me there. You have to stay following me, and at the same time, just put an entry into that thread that I have the post that says, "Hey, register here for for the raffle." As soon as I get to around 100. A little over 100, I'm going to raffle it off to anybody who's on that thread. I'm just going to put everybody's name on a piece of paper, and I'm going to shake it, and I'm just going to pull the name out randomly out of that set of paper live on Facebook. So with that, I'd appreciate any help you guys give me with that. And Lena, do you think you'll be successful in a spiritual business? That's really dependent on you, Lena. It's like anything. It's all about belief, right? If you believe you will, you will. But the thing is that not only do you have to believe, but you have to show up even when nobody shows up. Like if you notice today, I got 18 people that came on, 6 concurrent. Usually I have about 1,000 on TikTok that show up every day. So, if I was, if you're interested, just go to the page and go there. But I show up here every day, even if it's 6 people or 1,000 people, it doesn't matter because it's consistency, right? And you have to be able to be consistent, and you have to be able to show up even when nobody shows up. And as you do that, your frequency adjusts and people will come in resonance. People get guided to my lives for a specific reason. If you look at my healing channel, it's much different than most of the others. I don't do just basic chakra healings and, heart activation. No, I do very specific and very deep ones. I do implant removals. I do the stuff that most people don't want to get deep into because they don't want to look at it. I do the stuff on inner child healing because it needs to happen. You need to get to that place to grow. And the people that got guided to me are the people that are really willing to step inside themselves and start healing, but not for me, but not for anybody but themselves. And when they're ready, they'll be guided to my space. Am I going to find 100,000 viewers? I probably won't. But the viewers I have are very serious about what they want. And that's where you have to set your intention, your resonance level, right? I pulse the truth. I pulse it authentically. Whether people like it or not, that's up to them. I can't choose for them on that, but they're always going to get the truth from me, and as I say, the space is clean. I broadcast from presence, not performance. The ones that are meant to hear me can. My field is not open for feeding, scanning, or mimicry. I don't like people that come in with desperation or confusion. I speak what needs to land, and it does, and everything else slides off, right? And so that's where it's at. And let me see if we have anybody else here who did want to get a card. Please just pop it into the chat window now. Otherwise, I thank everybody who showed up today. I'm very appreciative, as I go through my challenges with TikTok. But you know what? I've been through a lot of challenges before, and I'll be through challenges again. And the key is that, they're just speed bumps. We don't let these kind of things shoot us down. It just makes us a little bit stronger and more consistent. And so with that, I thank everybody. Please make sure if you're not liking, following, sharing, and subscribing, that you are doing that. And if you could share my lives out there. I'll probably do another one tonight, somewhere between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock p.m. And just look for it on the the announcements on the page. And we go from there. I'm going to try to be a little bit more consistent this next week or so. While I'm on my shadow ban from TikTok, they said 7 days, so we'll see where they go. And thanks everybody for showing up and being here to support my efforts. And if anybody is interested in the t-shirts, I am actually wearing one of those shirts right now that you can see. Just reach out to me at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. And Brian, you're going to have to take a picture of you and your shirt as soon as it arrives. I think I saw the shipping notice saying it's going to be delivered today. And make sure you watch that video a couple times before you imprint the shirt so you're really clear on your intentions. And have a great day, everybody. And we'll talk to you at the next live.